Thomas here with Much Props, going to give you another recap video. It is Monday of 2022, and I am super excited to say that we made it through 2021. I had a lot of exciting things happen this year, and I just kind of wanted to highlight them and cherish them and document them as we move forward into the next coming year. So there will be a lot of pictures of previous builds in here. If you haven't seen all of them, you'll get a little snippet of them. I had some exciting things happen. Like I said, Adam Savage has one of the helmets that I built in his man cave. I had some companies reach out to me to hopefully do some product collaboration type stuff with. I got to go to my first convention in person and do a cosplay contest judging, which was super fun. And I've had a lot of other milestones hit. 40,000 subscribers this year. So I wanted just to kind of look back and kind of hit the high points, talk about the statistics of what all we accomplished this year as a community, not to mention the fact that I have a Patreon, and I don't know, I just feel blessed even though it was a very rough year, especially like in my professional world of teaching. It's been rough, but I want to focus on the positive stuff, so instead of me just sitting here talking to the camera the entire time, I thought, why not just like do a slideshow and then do voiceover so that you don't have to stare at me the whole time. But there may be some things in the video that leak not only upcoming builds, but maybe even cosplays that I'm planning on trying to tackle this year. Three full, yeah. So watch this slideshow, stick around to the end, and hopefully you'll get a little bit of previews of what's coming up and what we've accomplished this year. So I don't really have anything planned for this kind of talking point other than a few stats that I looked up and found. I started the year with an Arkham Knight helmet and kind of worked my way through. As most of you know, I kind of like to just randomly decide what I'm gonna build, and my builds were all over the place. I uploaded 54 videos this year. 2 of them weren't build videos. One was the recap from last year, and the other was making a new intro to the channel video. So technically I made 52 builds this year. In 2021, I had 789,000 views with 7,100 new subscribers. That's a pretty awesome accomplishment in and of itself. The most watched video in 2021 was my Samurai Minpo from the Ghost of Tsushima, which is the reason that the last video I made for the year was also from the Ghost of Tsushima. I really liked that video game and thought it was pretty awesome. I had like 156,000 views just for that one video alone, and I now have I think 4 or 5 videos over 200,000 views, which is that's awesome. I've had total over the past 5 years that I've been on YouTube, 4.4 million views. Jesus. 261,000 hours of watch time. And 42,000 subs. I hit 42,000 just at the end of this year. I have a total of 400 videos up currently on my channel, and it spans a ridiculous amount. This helmet right here, the Viking helmet that you're seeing on the screen, is the one that Adam Savage has, and it's super awesome to think. This whole kind of series in this area I did for Ben Eady and Stephanie Chan as they were doing their scale mail kind of push on Kickstarter. I did quite a few builds from PR Props. He's an awesome sculptor that sells his stuff on Etsy. You can buy his stuff online and you will not be disappointed. I made the Predator mask that he had and the Starospore this year, and both of those casts were just insane. I've got a couple more that I need to go ahead and put in there. I bought a Glowforge. I haven't made a lot of videos with it, and I said that I wasn't going to switch over to making a CNC dill, but
I love having it. I made quite a few Christmas presents this year with it, and it's a super awesome machine. I did make a gift for 1000. If you know who that is on YouTube, surely you do. He's an amazing artist. I sent that to him, and sometimes if you're looking in the background, you can see that watcher that I made for him in his background, which is, it makes me giggle every time I see it. I got into anime this year. My little brother been talking it up quite a bit, and I kind of finally bit the bullet and watched a bunch of it. As I hit 40K, I did a giveaway, and Grim Books was the person who got my 40K giveaway. He's been a subscriber of my channel since like below 1,000, so he's been there since almost the beginning, which I was super excited that his name randomly got picked. Like I said, I make a bunch of random crazy stuff. I used to do a lot of Rick and Morty stuff, and I probably need to go back and revisit that a little bit because I really do love Rick and Morty. I did a Saw mask. If you want to have a tally of how many builds per whatever, I did 4 character builds, 17 masks. That's a lot. 8 helmets, 6 weapons, 14 random items that would be like that spacecraft that you just saw, and 6 different armor builds. I really kind of run the gamut when it comes to diversity, hopefully, in my stuff, not only with things that are directly from video games or movies, but also like weird stuff off the top of my head, like making Patrick into a Starospore. It's kind of weird. I tried to kind of diversify my builds a little bit and step out of my comfort zone and use different materials this year, and I will continue to do that. If you've already seen, there's a Viking armor that I might be making here in a little bit, and I'm going to be using leather and stuff for it, which I'm pretty excited about. I tried to do a couple of historical builds, and I really got into those. I'm definitely going to do some more of those. I looked into doing like a frogmouth helmet and like the gladiator helmets and all kinds of really cool stuff that I'm super excited about. I got into Ghostbusters. Ben Eady, my friend, was a prop master on the Ghostbusters movie, and I loved watching the new one, so I'm probably going to definitely be making a full cosplay and proton pack and all that mess. This year I started a Knights Templar Iron Man build, and I made it stretch pretty much the entire year. About half the year. I don't know that I really want to do that with the upcoming full cosplay builds. I think I want to kind of chunk them together a little bit more so they're not as drawn out, because I get kind of distracted with all the other things and kind of lose interest at some point, and I really want to finish this Templar, so that's probably going to be the first thing you see in the new year, is me finishing the Templar, probably having a photo shoot, hopefully, and getting some professional pictures done and all that kind of stuff to make it look nice and neat, or as good as it can be with my face attached to it. So I really enjoyed how this particular cosplay turned out. And then my last build, if you watched it yesterday, I've also been working on some new merch ideas on my iPad in Procreate.
And that will recap 2021 for us. It was a rough year, but hopefully it is going to bring about a new awesome year in 2022. I hope that you got something from that. Maybe you saw some things in the video that maybe you missed and need to go back and watch, or maybe you saw some things in there that is coming up that's getting you excited. Maybe you can tell me in the comments below what builds that you saw throughout here that may be catching your eye and you're excited and pumped and ready for me to get to. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for continuing to support me and give me that positive feedback and encourage me and point out things that I could be doing better. All of that feedback is vital to me continuing to make this a better channel and hopefully give you more content that you want to see and hopefully learn a little bit along the way. So thank you all, and that's going to be it, I guess. Inevitably, somebody's going to ask you, how'd you make that? You can give them one of these, tell them much props. Nothing to throw at you or hit the camera with, so I'm just going to end with a peace out.